Hey everybody, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to another delicious, tasty, exciting episode of Cooking with Gracie Love. And today, you guys, we are going to get into something real sweet and delicious. Holidays are among us, right? And everybody's gonna want a little sweet treat after all that savory, delicious food, right? So I'm gonna show you guys how to make something that I think is a staple at most of our holiday events, and that's sweet potato pie. Now, I have done my research, I've looked into the recipe, and this is how you're gonna want to do it. Now, I know it sounds crazy because, like, who wants to deal with sweet potatoes, and it just sounds very complicated, but it is so simple, so easy, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Okay, so the very first thing you want to do, you want to do about 4 sweet potatoes. That's what I did. And you want to roast them. That's why you see that down there. Don't think that I got like a nasty potato. You want to roast them. What does that mean, right? So when I got my sweet potatoes, I rinsed them off, right? And then I set my oven to 400 degrees. I put my sweet potatoes into the oven on that 400 degrees for an hour. After an hour, let them cool, and then that skin just peels right off. It's going to come right off. Most of those stems, all that little pointy stuff, if you got sweet potatoes that have that, it's going to all come out. You just peel it. They're going to be really soft. It's going to be mushy and soggy, so don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, okay? So once you got all that skin and stuff removed, it's going to look something like this. Now, you guys know I love my little tools and my little things like that. So I went ahead and I got me one of these. You can use a fork, a hand mixer, whatever. But this really is the best thing because it's gonna make it really smooth, get rid of that stringy kind of texture that sometimes you get from using the sweet potatoes. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a little spin. It's gonna be weird. If you never used one of these before, it's gonna freak you out at first. But those potatoes are really soft, so this isn't gonna be that hard. Just keep mixing it till it gets as smooth as possible. Alright, okay. That looks good. Okay. So I just want to show you guys, you see? Smooth. Okay. So once you have that, you're going to want to go ahead and add a stick of butter to that. That's about a cup. And then blend again. This is so, you're going to love this if you get one. So, we got our butter blended nicely. Now we're going to add our sugars, okay? So we first want to start with white sugar. We're going to add a cup and a quarter. My sugar's coming out so slow. We're almost there, you guys. Almost. Alright. So So that's a cup. Oops. I just love these, and I got these too. These little measuring cups makes it so much easier, and they're metal so they don't rub off. You can read what you're measuring after you wash it. So then this is my 1/4. Okay, definitely enough. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead, and I have my brown sugar here, and we're gonna need 1/2 cup of our brown sugar. Okay. Okay, about 1/2 cup, and it goes. Okay. Now that we have all of that, we're gonna blend everything up. Getting this scraped off the sides, getting everything, just like you would do if you were making a cake. Alright, so that's good. So now we're going to add 3 eggs. Right, there we go. Crazy, right? Eggs. Yeah, they're going in. 3 of them. Boom. Okay. Whoa. That's right. That was, the butter was in there, but it's no butter in there, so we're all good. No messes here. Okay, baby? All right. So now we're going to add in 1/2 cup of evaporated milk. Just a little sweeter than if you use regular milk, okay? And then we're going to do 1/2 cup of some heavy cream, okay? Good way to get rid of those things too, because heavy cream, evaporated milk, those things, you only use like 1/2 cup of those in recipes, so it's really kind of hard to get rid of. Okay, now this right here, baby, some vanilla bean paste. Now, very, very hard to find. I think I finally came across it at Winco and just had to get it. It was crazy. So this is what it is. But if you don't have it, can't find it, you can absolutely use regular vanilla extract. But if you can find vanilla bean paste, definitely go ahead and get it, because it's definitely going to give you a much richer vanilla flavor than if you use that extract, okay? So, just in there with your spirits. Maybe like a tablespoon. There you go. Okay. Now, after you add that in, you're going to need just a little bit of salt. Just a little bit, all right? So you're just going to need just a teaspoon of that salt, okay? 1/2 teaspoon, not even a teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon. So that's my little dude right here. Well, that's actually the one. This one. There we go. Okay, 1/2. Don't get crazy with the salt, you guys. I'm being very careful. I know I'm trying to cut back on salt, so I'm like, ah. So I didn't even really feel it, but you need 1/2 teaspoon of salt, okay? Okay, so now that you got your salt in there, we're going to add our spices, okay? So those would be cinnamon, all right? So you just kind of add it to your liking, but typically about 1.5 cups you want to use of the cinnamon. Let me open that up on the other side. But again, add it to your taste of how you want your spices in your pie. Okay, so that's my cinnamon. I'm also going to use some ginger. Open that up. Some ginger. You can use fresh ginger too, but ginger, I think that's enough ginger. And then some nutmeg. Say what you want, say what you want. I've done the research. It's going in there, okay? Bye. Okay? Now, This is going to shock some of you guys, but I've done my research. And this little special ingredient, you're definitely going to want a little bit of this. Just a little bit, right? A little bit of citrus. That's right. A little bit of orange. All right. That's all you need. You just need a little bit. Don't go crazy. There you go. I didn't go crazy, okay? All right. Now, once you've added our secret ingredient, I kind of feel like Mr. Krabs with his secret recipe, right? So now that we've added our secret ingredient, okay, we're going to go ahead and blend everything again. It already smells so good. And y'all don't be talking about my machine in the blender, but oh, it sounds. Don't be talking about it, okay? Don't even, because it's supposed to sound like that. We getting this real smooth up in here, just real quick, just a post real quick. And again, make sure you're getting it off the sides. I just don't want to make a mess all over, because who wants to clean later after baking? Okay. Bow. So give it a taste, all right? And then see if you need to add or adjust any of the spices, okay? No, I think that's spot on. I think that's spot on, baby. I'm going to mix it just a little bit more. I want it just a little bit smoother. And again, that's going to depend on you. I definitely want it a little bit smoother. All right. Perfect. Let me get another fork. I don't want y'all in my comments, oh my gosh, she double dipped in the pie, oh, don't eat it. Okay, now I'm going to give me a big old helping this time, baby. I could just eat that like that. That's perfect. That is perfect. That's it right there. Now again, you can adjust it. If you like it a little bit more sweeter, you can definitely add a little bit more of the sugar or the brown sugar. You can just play with that as you would like. For me, I know some of the family likes it a little bit sweeter, so I would add a little bit of more brown sugar more than the white sugar. But again, you're going to adjust that as you want to play with it, okay? So now it's time to go ahead and build up this pie, baby. Let's add it to our crust, all right? That's the next step. Now, the batch that I make is enough to make 2 pies, but we're just going to fill this one real quick. So I pre-baked my pie about 10-15 minutes just so it doesn't get soggy when you add your filling in. So let's go move this monster. Save that filling for later. I'm going to try not to make a mess. Thank you so much. The behind the scenes is very important. You have no idea, you guys. So thank you so much. So now we're going to go ahead. We're going to pour our filling inside of our pie crust. And like I said, I pre-baked my pie crust. Let me move that over a little bit. I pre-baked my pie crust. What was it? 400 degrees. Or no, sorry. 325 for about 10 to 15 minutes. Until it got up crispy enough. I know I'm going really slow pouring in this filling. Alright. So, Let me get my brush. Mine's just tiny. You can definitely get a bigger one. And just smooth it out. Oh, it looks so pretty. And again, you'll be able to fill about 2 pies with the recipe that I gave you. Or you can make little mini pies. That would be cute too for the holidays. People can take those home with them. Okay, I think that's cute. Okay, that's good. So let's smooth this. Alright, so here is our pie. Once you fill it, then we're gonna bake it 350, okay? 50 minutes. Do not over bake your pie. Set a timer, okay? 50 minutes. And then it's gonna be fabulous and delicious, okay? Now our pie is all done. It's all cool. It is time to dig right in. So let's get a little taste of this right here. It smells so good. I'm gonna just give a little piece for the camera, but I'm gonna dig in later on. This is so perfect. Boom. Let me get it off the. Try to get it off there as pretty as possible. There y'all go. Can you see that? A little slither. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of whipped cream. This is 0 sugar, so just a little bit. Just without the in that crust. Because I got a little slither, but the crust isn't. And then it has soggy. You can taste all those spices and that vanilla. The paste definitely hits that vanilla hits a lot harder with the paste. But that crust, it didn't get soggy when you add that filling. That's just like if you was to buy it like your grandma, if you got the recipe from your grandma. Baby. That's fresh off the press, baby. Oh, So you guys, simple, easy, delicious, definitely cost a lot less than probably getting one from the store. And it tastes a whole bunch better. The flavors, because you can adjust those spices the way you like it. The sugars, it's just a whole bunch better when it's fresh, right out the oven. A little bit of whipped cream. I'm going to give me a little bit of sugar-free vanilla ice cream later. And enjoy the rest of this pie. And you guys enjoy these upcoming holidays. Thank you so much for tuning in to another delicious and tasty episode of Cooking with Gracie Love. And I'll see you guys next time.